Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
We are the only live and local sports talk show in East Alabama, West Central Georgia. Sports Visions 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
do that, and I will get rid of the. Oh, got the color bars. There's color bars on there. It's the battery, you know. Oh, yeah. And we're gonna have to put this camera. Go ahead and move it to. We're gonna have to put this camera on the ground. That's my bad. Got it. All right. Yeah. All right. All right. Here. Just take it back there. Cool. And then. Yeah, I'm just trying to get it level. Yeah, I know. Yeah. All right, you ready? Yeah, go ahead. Well, they're not at halftime yet because there's a flag on the play. Oh, watch. Are you ready? Here, I'll show you what to do. Let's go ahead and. Ooh, the Beck Center. They're gonna maybe change this a little bit. Okay. How's that work? Hang on a second. Oh, crap. Yeah. Okay, all right.
4 seconds in a 30s ad.
Got it. Yeah. Oh. Hang on one second. I do have my battery pack. Yeah. What's that? Yep, I know. What I need to do, because my camera can't reach, I just need to charge when I'm not. There we go. How's that look? We just need to make sure that the Beck Center is right there. How's that look? Might need to change this over here. All right. Everything good? All right. Yeah, I still have 4 seconds. What's that? Well, the right screen that's what we see live. Yeah. So the left screen is you're setting the stage. You're setting up the next scene. So the right screen is what you see on YouTube and Facebook. Yeah. All right, they're at the half. All right. If you want to, you can send it to me if you want. Or it's up to you. You can send it to me if you want. Oh, I'll show you. All right. And you can use the mouse too. Remember to fade. Oh, and you got to unmute me too. Yeah, right there. Nope. You unmute right there. Where's Yes.
Add on you.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Georgia Alabama Sports Live halftime update show presented by the Beck Center. We want to thank Roger Beck for allowing us to be in this incredible state-of-the-art facility, a center for academic and athletic excellence. And we are at the half right now as we speak, as it is Jonesboro leading Harris County by a score of 7-3. So right now, Jonesboro took the 7-0 lead. Harris County was driving, and they were able to get the field goal to make it 7-3. So that is where we stand at the half. Jonesboro leading Harris County 7-3. We're going to swing it around the other games that we have broadcasting right now on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. In the second quarter, it is all Calvary. They lead 49-6. Just an incredible game for Calvary as they're about to approach halftime. We'll go ahead and bring you that as it is Calvary. We do have an update in the Calvary game, and we'll try to get that for you as it is now 55-6. Thank you to my producer, Cam Lindsay, as we are going to go ahead and truck along here. We do have some games that are underway on Georgia Alabama Sports Live at the Swamp. It's Glenwood taking on their region rival Beulah. Remember, this game was a barn burner last year, and we're in the first quarter, and the Glenwood Gators lead Beulah 28-0. Beulah does have the football, and so we're going to try to get updates throughout the night. And then we also have at TC Brittenfield, Panther Stadium, Opelika leading Smith Station 14-0 as Opelika, a 7A team that is trying to get the win down in Smith Station, as this game is in the second quarter. And so we're going to go ahead and welcome our audience that has watched Calvary Christian and Georgia Southwest STEM Charter. We're at the half, and the Calvary Christian Knights lead Georgia Southwest STEM Charter 55-6. It has been all Calvary in this game as they are trying to go to 5-0, and they've got a massive game against Brookstone next week. Speaking of Brookstone, and we do have a score update. They were trailing at 1 point to Stratford Academy, but they have taken the 14-13 lead. This is in Macon, number 1 versus number 2 in the GIAA. Getting ready to start the third quarter, the Kendrick Cherokees trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. They are currently leading Hardaway by a score of 6-0. And that was a game that was at Memorial Stadium at 7 o'clock. The game at Otis Spencer Stadium, the Carver Tigers, undefeated with a 4-0 record, taking on the undefeated Columbus Blue Devils. And folks, I'm telling you, in the second quarter, this game was 7-7. But Carver's defense got a defensive touchdown. They ran the ball good. Sebastian Hurd, Jacoby Caslin, and that score update is definitely wrong. Carver now leads in the start of the third quarter. They lead Columbus 42-7, but this was 7-7 going into the second quarter. Carver just had the onslaught. Still trying to get a score update from Spencer Jordan, so if anybody has that, feel free to text me so we can get that score update. Same with Shaw, Sumter County. Shaw is on the road in Americus taking on Sumter County. I don't have a score update for that. I also don't have a score update for Pacelli Whitfield. So trying to get a score update in that game as well. And we do have a game that's going to be played tomorrow. We won't be able to have a score update, but this game is at the Gump at the Cramden Bowl. Russell County, who cracked the top 10 in the Alabama Writers Association poll for the first time since 1998, a 4-0 record on the road, taking on Park Crossing. This game was going to be a 1 o'clock kickoff Central Time in Montgomery. We want to welcome everybody that's been watching Jonesboro, Harris County. It's halftime, and Jonesboro leads Harris County 7-3. Both teams are 2-2 on the season. By the way, Northside has a bye. They're going to play Harris County at Kinnett Stadium next week. And I believe that's the only team that we cover that is currently on a bye. All right, we're going to go ahead and send it back to the game that you're watching as Calvary Christian at the half, leading Southwest Georgia STEM Charter 56-6 as you are watching the Georgia Alabama Sports Live halftime update show presented by the Beck Center. And once again, we want to thank Roger Beck for allowing us to be in this incredible state-of-the-art facility, the Center for Academic and Athletic Excellence. I mean, they've got coaches' offices, they've got a conference room, they've got practice facilities, they've got hitting cages, they got film room. They've got an area for signing day and taking physicals and media day. This is a state-of-the-art facility, and we appreciate Roger Beck for allowing us to be here. All right, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to have more scores here on the Georgia Alabama Sports Live halftime update show presented by the Beck Center. You can mute me and then... And good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Halftime Update Show presented by the Beck Center. We want to thank Roger Beck for allowing us to be in this incredible state-of-the-art facility. They've got coaches' rooms, conference rooms, batting cages, practice facility. They have a film room. They have an outdoor area that's got a place for press conferences and signing days. So thank you once again to Roger Beck. We are at the half. And Opelika leads Smith Station 21-0. That's at TC Britton Field, Panther Stadium. Opelika only one loss on the season. That was to Auburn. They are taking on Smith Station that's trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. Mike Peacock on the call on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. They are getting ready to approach halftime. And the Glenwood Gators right now, they are leading. And right now they are leading by a score of 40-0. And we'll try to get a score update on that, as that also went to half as well. And we do have a score update down at Otis Spencer Stadium. The Carver Tigers in the fourth quarter. It is all Carver leading the Columbus Blue Devils 63-7. At one point, this game was 7-7 at the half. So Carver trying to get their 5th victory of the season. Columbus 3-0. It looks like they're going to go to 3-1 as they get ready for Shaw next Thursday night. Hey, we got a great game in the fourth quarter down at Memorial Stadium. The Kendrick Cherokees trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. They are leading the Hardaway Hawks in the fourth quarter. About 7 minutes to go. They're leading 6-0. All right, so what we are going to do, we want to thank you for joining us in progress. Make sure that you continue to like us on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I want to thank my producer, Cam Lindsay. We are here at the Beck Center. Just going to talk about some of the games that are starting the second quarter. In the third quarter, actually, Jonesboro leading Harris County 10-3 as they're about 7 minutes left to go in the third quarter. We got the Calvary Knights in the third quarter. The start of the third quarter, Calvary Christian is leading Southwest Georgia STEM Charter by a score of 56-6. There's about 8 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Over in Macon, the undefeated Brookstone Cougars and the undefeated Stratford Academy Eagles. It's in the third quarter now, and Stratford leads Brookstone by a score of 27-14. And that's a battle of two top teams in the GIAA. We'd like to welcome those of you who've been watching Smith Station and Opelika at TC Britton Field, Panther Stadium, as Opelika leads Smith Station 21-0 at the half. And we do want to make mention of a game down in Americus, as right now the score I have is the Sumter County Panthers, who are undefeated. They're one of the top teams in 2A. They are leading the Shaw Raiders, start of the third quarter, 34-7. And we still don't have a score update at Kinnett Stadium between Spencer and Jordan. Would like to get that score update. Pacelli on the road taking on Whitfield Academy, and Whitfield now leads 28-17. So Whitfield Academy leading Pacelli, and that is in the third quarter, 28-17. All right, let's go ahead and go to, let's see, Russell County. They're going to be taking on Park Crossing tomorrow at the Cramden Bowl. That's going to be a 1 o'clock kickoff. Russell County is undefeated, as that is a region contest. All right, let's swing it back to, let's see if we got a score update between Carver and Columbus. Right now, as we speak in the fourth quarter, it is still 63-7, as I'm trying to get the most latest score update in that game. We want to thank everybody that's been kind of sending our score updates throughout the night. Thank you to everybody who's just really following us and watching all the games on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Carver does have the football in Columbus territory, and they're trying to pile on. They do lead 63-7. They're trying to get more points. Carver, they've just had a fantastic season so far, and they are taking on undefeated Columbus, which, by the way, will take on Shaw next Thursday night. We got a doubleheader Thursday night, actually. The Kendrick Cherokees, they're going to be taking on Spencer. Kendrick, right now, and I want to try to get a score update in that Kendrick game because they are in a close, contested game against the Hardaway Hawks. Hardaway trying to get their first victory of the season. First-year coach Will Weldon, and we do have an update. 5 minutes left to go, and the Kendrick Cherokees now lead Hardaway 14-0. So if that score holds, Kendrick will go to 3-2 on the season, and Hardaway will go to 0-5. So Kendrick leading Hardaway 14-0 in the fourth quarter with about 5 minutes left to go at A.J. McClung Memorial Stadium. All right, so we have a score update in the game that you are watching, and we want to welcome our audience that's been watching Glenwood and Beulah. They're at the half, and the Glenwood Gators lead the Beulah Bobcats 40-0. Glenwood on a 3-game win streak hosting Beulah. It is homecoming, and it has been all Glenwood. Beulah, who was a playoff team last year, just not the same team this year, and they are currently 1-3 on the season. All right, we want to thank everybody who's been watching the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Halftime Update Show presented by the Beck Center. We want to thank Roger Beck for allowing us to be in this state-of-the-art facility. We're going to go ahead and send it back to the action at Sammy Howard Field as you're watching Glenwood leading Beulah 40-0, and we'll be back with a quick short break. We'll get some more score updates here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. I can't hear myself. It's all right.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith and Opelika. Silver Mono and Colorado Cross.
Yeah, I was muted. Yeah, I was muted the whole time.
People from all over the USA are going to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Oh, all right. Hey, we want to welcome everybody that's been watching Smith Station, Opelika. We are at the half. Opelika leading Smith Station 21-0. Let's go ahead and get some of the other score updates as Beulah trailing Glenwood at the half 40-0. This game is almost final. Carver leading Columbus by a score of 63-7. It's Carver trying to continue to stay undefeated. We'll try to get a score update on that. We'll also try to get a score update on Kendrick Hardaway. And right now, Kendrick is leading Hardaway 14-0. They're trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. Kendrick leading Hardaway in the fourth quarter. There's about 3 minutes left to go in this game. Hardaway actually has the football, and maybe they could try to score a touchdown here and maybe go for an onside kick. And we'll go ahead and swing around the area that you are watching. Right now, we do have a score update in the third quarter, and Jonesboro leads Harris County by a score of 17-3. This was 10-3 at the half. Jonesboro trying to go to 3-2 on the season. Harris County is 2-2 on the season, as they got a big game next week against Northside. Down in Americus, Georgia, we've got Sumter County in the third quarter leading Shaw 34-7. And then let's go ahead and swing it over to trying to get a score update on that Calvary Christian game. They are taking on STEM Charter right now. And we do have a score update with about 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. The Calvary Christian Knights lead Southwest Georgia STEM Charter 63-6. Calvary trying to go to 5-0 on the season, as they will host Brookstone in a big contest next week. All right, we don't have any games that are final just yet. Let's see. That Kendrick Hardaway game, it's getting close to being a final. I think Carver and Columbus, that looks like it could be a running clock. Let's see what we got here. Let me see. I'm still trying to get a score update for Spencer Jordan. That game is being played at Kinnett Stadium. I've asked around, and hopefully we can get a score update in that game, as Spencer ended up getting their first win of the season last week. Jordan still trying to pick up that first win since 2020. All right, let's go ahead and see. Yep, that it is a final. The Carver Tigers defeat the Columbus Blue Devils. Columbus falls to 3-1. Carver goes to 5-0. And Columbus is going to be taking on Shaw next Thursday night. We will have it for you on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Carver will be on a bye next week. Their next game, I believe, is going to be against Hardaway. Actually, no, they're playing Hardaway next week. So Carver is going to play Hardaway next week. That's going to be on Friday. And so Kendrick right now is leading Hardaway 14-0. This game is going to be a final pretty soon, as we've got Kendrick looking like they're trying to get the win. Let me get a score update on that Kendrick Hardaway game. Right now, we have about that is going to do it for the Kendrick Cherokees. So we do have a final. We have our second final of the game. The Kendrick Cherokees end up defeating the Hardaway Hawks 14-0 to push their record to 3-2. Hardaway falls to 0-5. Kendrick will face Spencer next week, and that's going to be a massive game. We're going to have that game for you on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We want to thank everybody that's been watching the Georgia Alabama Sports Live halftime update show presented by the Beck Center. We want to thank Roger Beck for allowing us to be a part of this special family here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and allowing us to be in this state-of-the-art facility that has coaches' rooms, conference rooms. They have batting practice facility, an indoor practice facility for football, soccer, film rooms, an area for press conferences and media day and signing days. So thank you once again. We're going to go ahead and send it back to Mike Peacock on the call at TC Britton Field, Panther Stadium. It's halftime, and Opelika leading Russell County 21-0. Back to you guys. forget to unmute me. And we would like to welcome you to the Georgia Alabama Sports Live halftime update show presented by the Beck Center. We want to thank Roger Beck for allowing us to be a part of this incredible facility here where they have state-of-the-art coaches' offices, conference rooms, an indoor facility for practice, and we also have a film room and areas for press conferences and signing days. So thank you once again to Roger Beck. We are at the half as Opelika leading Smith Station by a score of 21-0. We're also at the half with Beulah trailing Glenwood 40-0. We have a couple of finals as we do have a final score. I want to thank Rex Castillo for bringing this final in as the Spencer Green Wave, they get their second victory of the season by beating the Jordan Red Jackets. This game took place at Kinnett Stadium earlier today at 7 o'clock. We have a final between Carver and Columbus. Carver stays undefeated, and Columbus drops to 3-1 as Carver defeats the Columbus Blue Devils 63-7. And we also have the Kendrick Cherokee snapping a 2-game losing streak as they defeat the Hardaway Hawks 14-0. So thank you once again for watching the Georgia Alabama Sports Live halftime update show. We're going to send it back to Mike Peacock. So take it away, Mike, and enjoy the second half.